Wake your goat mouth ass up for this 23 shout out. You know what it is. You know who it is. It's the man that you love to hate. Your daughter want to date and your son want to be like. You rat bastards. And welcome to another episode of Free Liquor where we pop bottles and pop off. And as always, I'm always joined by my lovely co-host.
Tony Childs, a.k.a. Stony Braxton.
A.k.a. Young Wild Nigga. A.k.a. Young Thug.
And here today we have our lovely guest. I'll start with the lady over here.
My name is V from Texas T.
And we also have...
Will from the Hatchie.
You know what I'm saying? So V from Texas T, give us, a little more information about yourself, pretty lady.
Okay, well, my name is V. I'm the owner of Texas T. It is a small business owned primarily by myself and my young boys. We make customized apparel. Here I have this shirt here from Miss Stony here. Got here a pretty powerful shirt here. This is a DTG print that we can provide here. And we also have a gift here for you, DY. But y'all be capping too much. They can be throwing your cap on.
Oh,
nice.
That's so sweet.
Thank you.
Shit, that's what's up. You're a captain, all right.
Well, thank you both for coming in today.
Definitely. But you know what I'm saying? So we go talk to the gentleman here. Tell us a little bit about yourself as well.
Shit, my name is Will. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the Hatchie, which is a.k.a. Wasatch, Texas. You know what I'm saying? My boy asked me to come on the show today. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get this popping.
Once again, we here at Free Liquor. We pop bottles and pop off. Understand anything that come out of my mouth is of my own fruition.
His own.
Do not stop Tony when you see her in the streets and ask her, what's wrong with that nigga DY? You don't never... No, these are my words. This is what I'm saying. This is what I think, feel, and believe. Well, honestly, I don't really believe half of this shit, but it sounds funny. So today I want to talk about the double standards in life itself, whether it comes to just everyday general life or even dating in itself. And what inspired the topic is a professor in the manosphere, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson of Fresno State University out in California. And essentially he interviewed the women that were in his class. And the double standard they had in regards to dating was, yes, I'm a broke college student, but the student sitting next to me that's a male, he needs to be able to provide everything that I want at 18, 19, 21 years old. And to me, it was just mind-blowing how these young girls really thought that somebody who was in the same predicament that they are as a college student expected this guy to have more than them. Mind you, he's sitting right next to her in class every day. So we can open the table up and, discuss that just as a starter. Go ahead. Who want to start? Speak your mind.
I guess I'll start.
Go ahead.
Essentially, I think it just goes into the concept of hypergamy, which is just essentially that women, we look for security. We want to feel safe. We want to feel protected and provided for. And in that case, maybe naively looking for that when we're in college, but I think that's also why.
Hey, we build it as we fly it. That's the beautiful part of the show.
That's also why a lot of younger girls, like I'll say, even for me, when I was 15, my boyfriend was like 20, 21, which in hindsight, that's a little gross. But at the time, at the time I was 15, a junior in high school. He had a car, he had a place. So it's like, it just was a lot of it more than what I guess the guys that I was in class with could do.
It's beautiful that you said that. Here's one quote unquote double standard. We look at a guy in that situation and we want to fuck him up. Why is you fucking with a little girl? But had it been the opposite situation, we would probably commend that younger boy for being with the older woman. Like, dog, how the fuck you get a chick that old?
I've done that too. Like when I was about 25, I dated a guy who was like 19, 20.
Okay, long as he was legal.
But he had his shit together. Like for him to be only like 19, 20 years old, he was a construction worker. He had OSHA certification. He had an associate's degree, a car, a place. So he was kind of beyond his years in that aspect, I guess you would say.
But see, you said 17, I'd have called you Miss Sandusky.
No, I wouldn't do that.
But see, being that it's a double standard, being that, he's 21, you're 15, he considered like what we used to say in school a Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you reverse it back, that you're 25, he's 19. Oh, yeah, you're a cougar, but you're not a cougar, and it's like
cougar.
a baby. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, being a father that I am, if my daughter date a 21-year-old and she's 15, trust me, I'm going to jail for life.
Oh no,
'Cause
my
I'm hiding.
dad sent me to Florida. Like when he found out, he sent me to Florida to my grandma's house. He took my phone over the summer. Like I couldn't call or text. Well, I did, but he didn't know. So, and he threatened to call the police on him. So,
I mean, you got to understand, a father is going to protect his daughter because that's
Yeah.
his, you know what I'm saying, standard to protect his daughter. My daughter's 16, about to be 17 in September. So I already put it in her head when she was 5 years old, hey, you're not going to date anybody until you're grown, till you're 18.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I feel. And that's the way I stand on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm countrified. You know what I'm saying? We don't, you can date, you know what I'm saying, the little junior high, high
Mm-hmm.
school. But you know what I'm saying? When you're grown, you're not finna date no 21-year-old and you're still in high school. That's a no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And that's why my dad, reacted the way that he did. But, at the time I was hiding it. My auntie found out. Because at the time I wasn't even allowed to date. I wasn't officially allowed to date until I was 17.
Did he
And
beat
see-
your ass?
No, I told you he sent me to Florida and took my phone and to my grandma's house that had like no internet,
See.
no cable. So
And I bet your dad was like, man, that's my baby. I wanna beat your ass and I
Mhm.
wanna fuck him up, but at the same time, like, hey, this my daughter. I'm gonna send her off to another state and maybe she'll be,
yeah, no, I get it. At the time, I was just like, why would you do this to me?
Such a
But
hater.
Yeah,
in
it's-
hindsight, it was like, oh wow, like, like now that I'm older, it was like if I was 21, what the fuck was I doing with a 15-year-old, like a kid in high school?
But you gotta remember, you know what I'm saying, when you're that young, because I'm gonna tell you now, when my mom found out that I was 15,
Mm-hmm.
fucking a 21-year-old in college, wow.
Mm.
Say, I can still remember that ass woman to this day. So that's why I tell you,
Yeah.
you got to be careful what you do as far as a male or a female. That's why he say double standards, because you got to be careful what you in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
If you're 15 and you're dating an older woman, she's going to jail.
Yeah.
And if you're a male,
Not necessarily true, because you got your case in point, the most recent situation. Old girl that gave the 13-year-old a blowjob and got pregnant by him. She ain't get no jail time. Only thing she got was probation.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's
Yeah, that-
actually fighting to keep custody of the kid right now.
Yeah. And there's that lady who was a teacher where she was messing with her student. They sent her to jail. She got
Mary
out
Kelly
and they
Turner.
got married.
Yeah, Mary
Yeah.
Keller Turner.
And they're still
Yeah.
married.
They're
So
still married
that's
to this
wild
day.
to
yeah,
me.
he was like 14 and she was like 35.
Yeah, that's wild.
And see, everybody was like hyping him, like, yo, you fucking the teacher.
Mhm.
Well, that's a double standard right there, because if a girl is fucking a teacher, it's, oh, she's fucking for grades, she's a hoe and all
Yeah.
that. But if a
Hey,
guy
I
is
fucked
fucking
me
a
and my
teacher,
professor
it's,
while I was in
oh,
college, shit.
high five, you fucking a teacher.
I
Man.
would think it's almost like the sugar daddy concept on how it's always been accepted.
He's a
If you
trick.
think about it, it's something that we've always known about. It's just been groomed differently from time to time, from era to era. So when it
Mhm.
was back in the 60s or the 70s, it was the old man at the corner, such and
Mhm.
such this, and he slide a couple
Hey, baby
dollars.
girl.
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it was,
Yep.
it was widely accepted then, but in a different fashion. It wasn't frowned upon at that time. And then as
Mhm.
we kept fast forwarding, we got to come over and let me do this, and that's when we would say double standards, but mind you, these are just the standards that we grew up on, and some people hopped on the right side of the fence, but not everyone came with.
Cause shit, I can't keep
Right.
these young girls on my DM. They think I'm. They think because I'm an overweight truck driver, I'm a trick. No, I have self-esteem.
but see, the thing is,
I'm
it
not
goes,
giving you
it
more
goes
than
back
$45.
to, it goes back to the, you know what I'm saying, in high school. When them girls used to go to them high school students used to go to them cars, they see them lags. They see
Oh,
them
like R.
SUV.
Kelly's car outside of
outside.
McDonald's.
They used to drive them off or whatever. They go eat it, come back to school.
For some reason, those
It
guys
goes
was
back to always there. And I'm like, why is classmate going to their cars? I was like, and it dawned on me when I got, I was like, what the hell? Oh, okay, I know what she was going to their
But
car.
at the time, we didn't know it was the guy who was held back a couple of years, but he seemed so cool because his dumb ass was in the street. And he even got
The
his
super
car back.
senior.
He got that car, girl. He got that car, and I realized, and dumb, he out there, working all night for that little $100 he done put in for them little rims. He done put in.
Shit, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm from the west side of Detroit. a lot of them cats was graduating high school, going right into the plant, and come back and
Coming right
fucking
back.
yeah,
Mhm.
fucking 15 and 16-year-olds because shit, he had his own car in his own place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah,
I
it
have
was
a
easier
I have a
back then.
question for the
Talk.
men specifically. So why is it an issue, or like say when an older man is dating a younger woman, it's, oh well, that's what we're attracted to. We're attracted to youth and all of that. But then when it's your daughter, it's, you don't understand that concept in that case.
No, we understand it
We
completely. We
understand
understand, that old dude don't want to love, embrace, and respect our daughter.
But
He's
why?
want a nut.
But why isn't wanting cooperation from a younger girl when it's not your daughter, but when it is your daughter, then in that case it's grooming? Like how is it that case when it's yours, but then in the other case it's, oh, I just want someone
see, the
young
only
who
thing is
don't have
that-
any damage, and you know.
I'm not into that. Oh, I'm gonna date a younger woman to get cooperation. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at it like this: I'm a father 1st, and I think about my daughter every day. And I see these old guys out here holler at these women. I tell them all the time, say, "Hey, man, you got a daughter? Yeah, I got a daughter. She 17. Okay, you think about it. What if that was your daughter you was hollering at?
Right.
Oh man, they get bent out of shape when you say that. But I'm just telling you the truth. You got to speak it in reality. You know what I'm saying? Just think about if that was your daughter. So you got to cut it out.
So do you consider that to be grooming?
No,
What
I
do you
don't.
What do you consider it to be?
I consider that you're a pedophile. That's what I consider.
Oh, really?
As, because you're talking to a woman, a young lady that's becoming a woman, and it's not right. Because I don't want my daughter. I talked to my daughter yesterday, and she was like, "Daddy, this senior in high school asked me to the prom.
What grade is she in?
She's a sophomore."
Okay, I mean that's not that bad.
Nah,
But I
it
told
is.
her, I said like this. I said, "Well, I need to talk to the young man first."
Yeah, of course.
And she was like, "Okay." When the young man's like, "Okay," he was like, "Never mind." He's like, "Daddy, I think you ran him off because he said you want to talk to him because I'm gonna let him know first. For 16 years, it's been my right to protect you as a father, and I'm still gonna protect you until I leave this earth, until you leave my last name. And when you leave my last name, it's still gonna be my protective to protect you because I'm a father,
Yeah.
even though you don't have my last name anymore." That's what a lot of fathers don't get, and a lot of men out here don't get. Just because your daughter don't have your last name or whatever, that's still your right to protect her no matter what.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. The reason why these dudes trip on someone trying to pursue their young daughter, but they're okay with pursuing someone else's young daughter, is as he just explained. It's my job as a father to protect my daughter, but the other girl, that ain't my daughter. So
Exactly.
I'm trying to put, whether I'm trying to put 3 inches of hard dick in her, shout out to Ha Ha, or I'm out here with Mr. Marcus with the motherfucking the meat log. Guess what? This is what I'm trying to do. And see, the thing is, like, a lot of these older cats, they on some dirty Dick Rodney shit, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
hilarious.
who's
So when-
Rodney?
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Minister Jap, the dirty Dick Rodney. But you know what I'm saying? But long and short, that's all it is. It's a different element when it's, okay, something I'm supposed to protect versus something somebody else is supposed to protect. Now, if they get caught slipping and I hit a lick, so be it. That's why you see a lot of these guys that's my age that's willing to fuck with a 17, 18. You know, I understand at 18 she's technically legal, but at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. At 18, the only thing she knows is that she bleed every month and that, you know, shit, magically the food appear in the kitchen because of mama. Let's keep it a motherfucking buck.
That's
now,
it.
Now, once you get on somebody's campus, she about 22, 23, now she fair game. Like the running joke I used to always tell my niece when she was a little girl, and this was just a joke. I was like, baby, when you get on campus, just understand your roommate's fair game. And she was always like, ugh, uncle, that's nasty. I was like, shit.
I mean, a little bit.
Hey,
Actually, it is, bro. I told you that before when you told me that.
hey, you gotta understand at that age.
That's a little
But
close.
see,
Right.
but see, you gotta understand at that age, if they ain't had old boy that's working in the plant picking them up from school every day, shit, $45 is the metro bill.
Let me
Man.
let me tell you something about this $45, man. I'm gonna tell you now. Like, I already told my daughter that. You know what I'm saying? When it first surfaced.
Not the whole 40.
Nah, the whole 40. Say, little mom, I told you. If a man come to you talking about $40, you tell him like, hey, my daddy give me $500 a month. If you can't beat that, then don't talk to me. And on top of that, if he cannot pick you up from the house, from your mama house or from your dad's house, don't even fuck with him. All
And
this
he has to
trying
come to
meet-
the door.
Yes,
Well,
as
what
a
if she went
gentleman.
home?
And
What
when
if
I
you like Cuddy from
No,
from
no,
their-
no.
from
We
their-
ain't talking about
from their
Cuddy.
presence?
No,
You
we
know
ain't
what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
Cuddy.
Yeah, he don't mind
Talking about her
having nobody.
$200. No, we ain't doing that. Cause guess what? I'm Cuddy.
Are you Cuddy?
I'm Cuddy. Cause you know why?
Why?
Cuddy gonna cut you down. You know what I'm saying? I taught my daughter when she go on her first date, I'm there. I'm the one over in the cut, just drinking water. Cause guess what? If he get out of line and get disrespectful, I'm coming over. Hands down.
You look
And
fine
both of
over
them
there.
looking at me like, yeah, that's a daddy. That's a daddy for real. Cause you know why? Cause there's a lot of men out here like me and you that will do stuff like that. And I train my daughter well.
There's a lot of those women that didn't have that father, and that's how they slip
That's
through the
very
cracks.
true.
And that's how they keep going. That's how they keep to pick those up because there's no one there to tell them, hey, that's not right, or that's this, that, and the
Exactly.
third.
Right.
Or anyone stopping them because then they homegirls like, girl, the truck.
He got money, girl.
Yeah.
He got money.
Not realizing
see-
he's 8 years older.
And see the real rate, I used to date a lady. She has twin daughters. And I knew them growing up when we was dating for the last 9 years.
By a lady, was she older?
She was 3 years older than me.
Okay.
And I told her daughters when they was, because her daughters are 2 years older than my daughter. And I told them like, hey, this is how it goes. This is what you got to look for. And this is what they'll try to pull. And I know a lot of men will look at this podcast and be like, oh, he wrong as hell for that. No, I'm not fucking wrong.
bro.
I'm not wrong for that because you know what? That's 3 ladies that I've groomed to get ready for this society and men because they ain't about shit. I'm going to say that. And I don't give a damn who get mad or whatever. I'm going to tell the truth because a lot of these fucking men out here ain't about shit. Ain't about shit.
Yeah. I mean, there's some ain't shit bitches too,
A
but
lot of ain't shit.
right now we talk about
no,
men.
no, ooh.
Right now we talk about
We don't want to get started on women now.
that's a whole.
Whole
like,
lot.
I'm not going to be able to say that.
Man, I'm gonna tell you now. It's a lot of women out here, you know what I'm saying? They can offer a good game, but at the end of the day, they ain't offering shit. They ain't offering shit.
So
No defense, Tony
Mhm.
and you. It's no defense. But there's a lot of women out here that don't
I
offer
think
shit.
it's no offense.
We know what he meant.
Listen here, you
No, I'm not. I'm not
motherfucker.
offended at all. I'm very much aware. Like I came from a family. I have 5 brothers and sisters. I'm the youngest. My parents have been married 41 years. All of my brothers and sisters are married. So I know what it's like. Like some of them have kids out of wedlock and all of that. So I know what it's like to have like a very, very good baby mama and a very, very bad baby mama. I know what it's like to have a good baby daddy or a good like a bad ex-husband, a good husband. Like I've seen all of that. So for me, since I have men in my family that I love, I have, how many of them? 7 nephews, I want to say. I can't sit back as a woman and say, I'm going to be this type of woman towards niggas and, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to be ain't shit. But then I have nephews and I have brothers and I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. That's the reason why I am this way because 1, I don't want to be a hypocrite. And 2, if I have nieces and nephews who are about to come out here in the dating world or who are, because I have one nephew who's about to get married in October, shout out to Miles. If
Shout out
I'm
to you,
gonna,
Miles.
I want to be an example for them. And then also I want them to know what to look for and what not to look for. On both ends. So I can't sit here with my nieces and be like, oh, niggas ain't shit, da 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 da. But then don't tell my nephews about the women who aren't shit too.
Exactly. But on top of that, I'm gonna tell you this. Like, you gotta know, do your nephews like to cook? Because you do have women out here that don't know how to cook. So I tell every young man coming up now, learn how to cook from your mom or your dad. Because you got women out here that can't boil water.
No
You know what I'm
cap.
saying?
That's one thing I would
So-
give my grandparents. They told me I need to know how to do everything a man and a woman can do.
Exactly.
Walking into any situation. So I can cook, I can sew, I can bake, I can eat booty like no tomorrow.
Oh, don't forget about the pussy, because the booty hole in the pussy ain't
Look
but
at- look
that
at it,
far
look
for you.
at it. Hey,
I mean, I don't know. I don't know
So
if
just
that's
be quiet
if
the
that's
whole time.
women's work.
Nah.
Eating booty, I don't know if that's women's work, but
Oh, there's some women out here that do it.
Oh no, I know.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean?
I got some friends.
Look,
Hey.
see, that's why
No,
I
I'm like,
that.
hey.
Hey,
If it's yours and it's mine and it's clean,
What's-
let's toss. Ranch, please.
I'm like,
However-
she grown.
So you
Absolutely.
use Italian dressing or ranch?
Again, ranch, please.
I love it.
But you know what? I don't need no dressing
Oh.
because I'm gonna tell you now. Once you get out that shower, it's clean. I can just.
I mean, the mouth is
See,
wet
you like
enough,
to get that
so.
pina colada body wash
Oh,
in
here
the
you
cup.
go.
I'm like, I don't know how we got on the subject of eating booty.
That's what he do.
I
That's
just
what
want to
he
say,
do.
I was getting ready to step in.
Stony Childs, do not engage in butthole pleasures. I just wanted to.
You know, I want my ass licked.
Oh no, I'm saying like me and
She's
get
like,
like,
oh,
Hey,
you.
Jerry,
no, like I've never done anal. I've had my butt eaten. It's slimy yet satisfying. But in every other aspect, like nah, I'm good. Like I don't need fingers in it. I'm okay. And I'm not eating no ass
Look,
either.
My thing on the
Don't knock it till you try it.
But I'm not judging anyone who does.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm
tell you
not
that
judging anyone who does.
Don't
it.
knock it till you try it.
Yeah, I'm really gonna request that. I'm gonna need that salad tossing. I'm bending over.
When
So-
you need it. When do you need it?
Oh Lord.
Hey, this podcast. I'm just telling you the truth. That's what I do for. Hey, I ain't gonna say I do it for a living, but
So,
Buddha
then
hump
let's
pussy,
go
but
back
that
to
far
this-
away.
Let's go back to that double standards here. I'm just
Yeah,
not that
yeah, we gotta get back on
I'm about to
track.
bend over and let you just lick my ass.
no, I'm not gonna. What the
You
hell?
finna invest.
Oh.
in
You
the
take
ass.
me more as a lay down
I think she
girl
thought
after
you were
get out the-
Actually,
offering
no,
services.
I didn't
No, I'm
get
just
on all
saying,
fours.
I'm just
I didn't
saying.
get on all fours. No,
Yeah, get
I'm
it,
on all
get it, get
fours.
it.
I like being on all fours.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna
we
ask
gonna-
like, have you gotten your ass ate?
Who, me?
You, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have shit. She was 45.
You know,
Is
I'm
that the
I'ma
age
stop
where it
lying.
starts?
I'm gonna stop lying.
I was like-
I have had my ass licked, but I'm gonna tell you like this.
I was like,
It was like.
Okay, and see that's another thing. See that's another thing about the double standard. Okay, we as men we supposed to toss the salad, but then if we toss, we get our salad tossed, we gay.
Yeah,
she
all
down
this
there
shit
by
right
your
here.
balls. Y'all have the same feeling that we have down there by that asshole. So if she's down there right underneath your balls and she's doing her slimy work and slobbing everywhere and getting it everywhere, and once she spreads you and gets right in, there's no way that she's not gonna just a touch. Now if she happens to go back down, then hey, and you just let her stay there and trust you might like it, especially if she's robbing you right. Sure, yeah, you're gonna enjoy
That part. But my thing is this here though.
Sorry.
You
You married. Hey, Zoe over there.
Tony like,
Zoe over there like.
I mean, I'm
shit.
just
I'm just
listening and learning, I guess.
But you know what? The thing is, you say you don't do it.
No, I've never done it.
You never done it. Try it.
Eating ass?
Yeah. What you for beginners? Just around. I'm gonna show you something. Just go around.
Oh my god.
Go around. You know what I'm saying? Just go around.
She's saving that for her wedding day, man.
Yeah, like I said, I would like. I'm a butt virgin, so I'm gonna save that for my husband.
And see,
You
that's,
know, I-
see, that's
I
another.
respect that.
See, that's
Yeah.
another
I respect
double
that.
standard.
That's
See,
dope.
women, see, that's another double standard. See, women can be butt virgins, but if you're a man and you're a butt virgin, they, you know, say whether you spend time in prison or you know, say your uncle caught you slipping when you was a little kid.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
No. No.
Not at all.
Not at all. I agree.
Wow, we can't give them we can't give them a pass on that.
I personally
No.
feel like if you do it with a woman, it does not make you gay. Even okay, like okay.
Okay, so what if she peg you?
Yeah, I was about to say pegging is a little on
Pegging?
on the
That's a no.
spectrum. That's on the spectrum for me. Like if it's like a strap on, nah. But I mean fingers and all that. Like I feel like if a woman does it, it's not gay.
No.
She can't go in there.
No. Period.
Okay, so
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you now.
Quick.
If I see you come out the closet with a strap on, say give your ass to the Lord,
Hey,
because I'm finna tell you.
with
I'm
the
gonna call the
Ted
cops and
with
say,
the
hey,
Ted DiBiase music behind you. Doom,
do 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 do,
doom,
bah.
She goes, I'll
doom,
slang
doom,
it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you might as well go and get ready because you finna go down.
All right. So can I kind of shift it just for a second?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
now this is my thing, double standard in dating from what I see online and things of that magnitude. Ladies will be like, "Oh, I don't want to date a guy that's under 6 figures. Oh, I don't want to date a guy that's under 6 feet. Oh, I don't want to date a guy that got a baby mama."
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
that's
like-
what we discussed on one of our
yeah,
episodes.
one episode
Yeah.
before, and it's like, girl, you are 5'2", 300 pounds, and you got 4 kids by 4 different dudes.
Not a 4x4.
Oh,
Shout, hey, shout out to
Not
Wendy's.
the 4x4.
And it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, if I'm one of these guys that you just described, why would I want why would I want you?
I think that's fair.
that's extremely fair. I believe dating, the standards here, is kind of like looking for a job. Let's not submit that position for that CEO if you can't quite fulfill the position.
Yeah, if
that
you're
at.
not
You
qualified.
feel me? So let's not go and asking like, I need the office with the this and the that, and all you know how to do is flip a burger. Get on back here to Booty Call Central, because that's where you need to be.
Oh no, I tell them in a heartbeat. I need $45 and a koala.
I'm so done with you on this 45.
$45.
I think that's his favorite number, y'all.
It used to be 40. I know this cat. I've been knowing this cat.
Not
I've been knowing this cat for
inflation,
17
inflation.
years.
Not activity.
He went up $5. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you like this: a woman has 4 kids, and she looking for somebody. You know what I'm saying? And she tired of the bullshit. It's okay to a certain extent, but you got to make sure that you have a nice job as well. Because if I meet you and you got 4 kids, and I'm making 6 figures, and you're not, and you expect me to hold down the fort, it's
What's
not
the
gonna
lowest
happen.
you would accept? Like, if you're making 6 figures, what is the minimum she would have to make for you to entertain?
It's not a minimum
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna stop you right there. It's not a minimum
Okay.
because
Oh, it's
I've
a
been with a
minimum.
woman and I make, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote. I'm not gonna put out there what I make,
Yeah.
but I make good money.
Mm-hmm.
But for as a woman, I'm gonna say there's no minimum because there's women I heard that's got 4 kids and they're making $30,000 a year,
Mm-hmm.
and they meet a guy that's making say $70,000 a year, and he's paying all the bills. And
they living in that lovely house in Pleasant Grove.
exactly.
I hate you. Isn't that a bad neighborhood?
Yes.
No, I'm
Yes.
serious. Sorry.
I'm
not
like,
from
what?
here.
But
Where
the
you
thing,
from?
but see, the thing is, but he loved her, and he's helping her with her kids. Her baby dad's not there,
So,
but at the same time, you gotta look at it like this.
Look at her. She just exhaled like, oh, Russell, boys.
I don't like that. So for
That's what
me,
you gotta look at because
Take
you know there's a lot of
kids.
women out here.
4 minutes, y'all. 4
I
minutes.
don't like it.
No, we still got. Dude, we got 4 minutes, nigga. 4 minutes.
Let me say this. I feel as if she has 4 children, and if she cannot take care of them, she really shouldn't be dating them because she
Exactly.
needs to get her shit together. So
Exactly.
you need to be able to handle that. I really don't give a damn what you've got going. Be able to take care of that and then add to it. So the fact that she can't take care of her kids and she's coming at you, the Lord help him in every way.
Jesus Christ.
This is a really good conversation. I think we should keep this going.
Going,
So
yeah.
We're going
15
for-
minutes
we're
instead
going-
of
we're
instead
going
of
for- we're
4.
going for-
Yeah.
We're going 45.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
I don't think, like, if you can't afford your life, you probably shouldn't be out there trying to add to someone else's because you don't have
Exactly.
your shit
Yeah.
together. So if a nigga, oh, I'm in between jobs and boo, why are you talking to me? Like, you
Exactly.
should have been back
Because
there.
But you know what, you're right.
Because
Get your shit
I
together
need-
first.
I need
Well, that's
somewhere to
another
stay.
double standard
That's
as
another
well.
double standard too.
That's another double
Because-
standard.
A woman shouldn't be out there. If she can't take, oh, I need help with JoJo. Then why is she? Hey, you sexy? No, JoJo should be your main concern.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
But see, that's more the common thing that is expected for us as men to
Yeah.
build, get our shit together, and then take on Aquanetta and Oak Cliff, or
Not Aquanetta.
or Benithia on Mac and Bewick.
La Cienega Boulevard.
But see, my thing is, but see, I'm gonna tell y'all like,
All
I'm,
the
You
way.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Vaseline on North Vegas Drive.
but see, the thing is this here. All jokes aside, just like a man
Mhm.
should have his shit together, just like a woman should too.
Exactly.
If she got 4 kids, but no.
Yeah, this economy is different. Like, we don't
Yeah.
live in those times anymore where it could be a one-person income,
One-person
unless
household.
unless the person's making like a gang of money. Because I was looking at a study recently where it was saying that back in the 90s, in order to have like a middle-class lifestyle, your parents only had to make around $54,000.
Yeah.
Now, $104,000 is the equivalent of that $54,000 in the 90s.
Yeah.
So
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing in
So
itself.
what do you do?
Back in the day,
double up on that income, get married,
Or hold on.
or get your weight up.
There you go.
No, you get the pimping around this spot.
Yeah,
I'm
get your weight
talking.
up.
No.
Get your
Gotta get your weight up.
certifications, because if you
That's
count on
another thing.
somebody, you know what I mean. You
Or
gotta
invest.
Go somewhere. Like so, I had my children. I was a single mother, and not so much that the father wasn't present. Bless his heart.
How many children do you
I
have?
have two beautiful boys.
Okay.
Fabian and Josiah.
I'm like, how old are they? How old?
22 and 19. They are
Okay.
adults. I've got designated drivers. So,
I'm like, if they were like 34.
Exactly.
and in well-loved relationships, the whole nine. But look,
Oh,
anyhow,
nice,
like
nice.
break the cycle. So look, the biggest thing is if you don't have what you need, then you get to it. So as a young mother,
Yeah.
when I couldn't, okay, and mind you, I had my house at 30. Let me go ahead and get another certification. Let
Yeah.
me go ahead and do what I got to do. But if you're so busy running out here trying to chase these streets and you're not focusing, because
Worried about the wrong things.
absolutely. So, well, then I need a man that can take care of me, but you can't take care of yourself. Because should he fall ill,
Right.
now you can't help him. And then you're going to leave him talking about this
Right.
nigga supposed to be doing. But you
Right.
didn't come to the table right in the first place. But you were so busy focused on. That doesn't make any sense.
But see, that's the traditional standard. The traditional standard is that when a man takes you on, like we can either go back to the Bible. The Bible says a woman is supposed to go from her father's house to her husband's house.
Mm-hmm.
So the traditional standard itself is that when I come to you as a man, I'm supposed to come to you, shit already in order, whether you got 2 kids, 20 kids,
Or not.
whatever the situation may be. I'm supposed to come to you, lock, stock, and barrel, ready to go, mental issues addressed, financial issues going, ready to take you on and say, okay, here I am, Russell, with this $230 million contract, leave Future, and bring the kid with you.
I mean, it was only one kid.
Here
Just
I
one
am.
kid.
Here I am, Boyce Watkins.
And
I
it's
done made
Sierra.
$6 million from being on CNN and all these other places. Come bring you that PhD degree and that debt, and on top of the 3 kids, you bring it with you. Come on, I got you. That's the
But see,
standard that
also-
women operate with, and that's the double standard that a man's supposed to come into a situation lock, stock, and barrel, while a woman can come into a situation with kind of a shaky foundation that I, as a man, is supposed to take you on, stabilize your foundation, and improve you.
But see, also, it says it like this too: a man who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if a man is supposed to take care of the household, like it's supposed to, that's a real man. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, because it goes biblical. And what you do is you got to take care of the household, no matter what's going on. Because you got to remember, you are the provider, you're the counselor, you're the protector, you're the priest, and everything.
Yeah.
The only time you're not the
4
priest,
Ps, as they call it.
because you're not the only time you're not the priest is when you go to church on Sunday. That's why I tell you, a lot of people sit here and be like, a lot of women sit here and be like, oh, you're supposed to be this, and this, but they're not this, and this. Because, say like an example, I'm a truck driver. If I was over the road, and I come back, there's a guy in your house. That's why a lot of men now.
Cousin, you tripping.
Well, I
That's
actually,
so brother, you
based off of
tripping.
what you just said, I actually have another question.
Talk to me.
So my question is, when it comes to cheating, since you brought up, having a guy in your house, so why is it that when a woman cheats, when a woman cheats, is considered disloyal? And I'm gonna go into why. A woman cheats is considered disloyal because it could be an emotional aspect to it. Whereas a man, because he considers, or from what I've learned and from talking to men, you guys don't put your loyalty stock in, I guess, sex. You put it more in your, your protection, providing, and all of that. So it's like, if I'm protecting and providing you, that's how I show my loyalty. But because sex doesn't have the same weight to me as it does to you emotionally, then I'm not being disloyal if I go off and sleep with someone else.
Okay.
That's another double
Okay,
standard.
I give you a great example. Most of the men that I was raised around, they operated under the principle, and you already know how I talk, and you already know how they talk. So I'm gonna go ahead and break it down. Bitch, when you come home, is there food in the refrigerator? Bitch, when you come on, is the light still on? Bitch, what are you driving that your homegirls ain't driving? So guess what? If I go across the street and go fuck another bitch, what's the problem? I'm giving you everything you said you want. What's the issue?
Exactly.
See, the thing is, when you grow up with that mentality, and see, that's how most men operate. That's the reason why we don't look at fucking another woman as something major like that, because quite frankly, you as a woman, you can walk into any club in America and say, "Who want to fuck?" It's gonna be a line of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
While us as men, we have to build ourselves up. We have to build ourselves up financially, mentally, emotionally. We have to build ourselves up to a position to where we can get women, because you best believe it's a lot. As the study just showed, you have 1/3 of men under 30 that are either still virgins or ain't had sex in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So believe me. So the whole fucking aspect is easy for y'all, because once again, I guarantee you, if both of y'all went to any corner here in Dallas and said, "Hey, who want to fuck?"
Oh, they gonna line up.
They gonna line up, and I guarantee you can get whatever dollar amount you want.
Yep.
While we as men, we gotta buy drinks, we gotta go on games, we gotta do all these things.
So
to get
because you have to
sexual
put in more work for it,
Yeah,
you
it-
feel like it's. But then that goes into, for our standpoint, it's I know all the work that you put in to get it from me, so you probably put all that work in for her. And if sex, for our standpoint, is an emotional thing, what did you get? What did you do to get her emotionally available to you, for her to open up her legs to you the
Okay,
same
once
way that
again,
you
I
got
may have
her,
just gave
got
her-
me to do
Once
it?
again, I may have just gave her $45. That may have been her price. And see, the thing is that what a lot of women don't understand.
Dude, this dude
that is
heard
what a
it's
lot of
$45.
what a lot of
That
women
is
don't
true.
understand. What a lot of women don't understand is that your standard is not her standard. So you may say, he got to take me on 3 dates. He got to buy me flowers. He need to be this, and this. And to her, it may be, okay, can this nigga pay my Metro bill right now? Okay,
But-
he got me the Metro bill money right now. Nigga, we can go in this bathroom and get this over with, because it's more important for me to keep my phone on than for my self-respect at this moment.
Got you.
Go ahead, man.
Man, the thing is this here, man. It's at the end of the day, I don't want now woman that's easy. I want to work for it. At the end of the day.
Yeah, fuck that. Take
Dude,
this-
yeah, you say
take
that now.
this $45 to get the
Right, he
fuck
said that
away
until he start itching.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't put that mojo bill on your body.
Oh, until he get out, till he go to the bathroom and start pissing and a flame come out. Yeah. But what it boils down to is that it's like this. I'd rather take my time with a woman and get to know her personally, emotionally, than to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I get to know her that night, and then she be like, hey, come back to my place. And then I'm laying in her bed, and she be like, hey, you got a condom? I'll be like, yeah. So at the end of the day, he be like, hey, when I come home, I say, man, don't holler at her. She a hoe. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want that. I want a woman that I can work for. I can build with. I
Have
don't
you
want-
always felt this way? Or did
I've
you
always
always-
felt this
Cream
way.
pie.
I've always felt this way. I'm looking for a woman to build with, because in the end, I'm finna start my own trucking company, and I want somebody that I know that's gonna. If I go over the road to Cali, Maine, I'm gone for more than 6,000 or 7,000 miles. I know that she's not going to cheat on me.
That's just her cousin. They grew up together and everything.
But what about
That's her
what
cousin.
about you potentially cheating while you're out on the road?
The thing is, I'm not gonna cheat out on the road because I'm about my money.
Hey, look, a lot lizards
Because you got to think about it. It's not about the lot lizards, bro. I'm gonna tell you that now.
The what?
The lot lizards. It's not about that.
What is
because
that?
at the end of
Lot holes
the
that
day,
are-
these are the ones that walk the streets.
For a gentleman.
Tell
A
me.
lot lizard?
Yeah.
Lot lizards are hoes who work the truck stops for a gentleman.
something new today.
And then they bring the money back to that gentleman, or they may keep it for themselves to make sure they have somewhere to sleep that night.
Yeah.
A lot lizard.
Because
Lot
that's
lizard.
where he go back to the little $40 and $45. Because you know.
Is that
when-
the typical rate for a lot lizard?
Probably can max out about 60, maybe 70.
70. That's it. So that's why I tell them both.
I'm like, I guess that's the going rate for a lot
I'm
lizard.
sure y'all know.
Hey guys, if you want a lot lizard, you can head on to the trucking stop in a good $40 to $75, depending on the
If you-
quality of the
If you
lizard.
happen to be in Texas, exit 475 off 20. Those are
The
like
Flying J.
the better
oh wow,
looking
that's
lodges.
down the street from my house.
The Flying J.
I kind of
Flying
want to
J.
like go and do some recon and just watch. like wow, these are lot lizards.
Say, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Look at this, matey. Some
Right,
lizards.
crikey, mate, a lot lizard,
Yes,
Move.
straight lot lizard. You know what
in
I'm
its
saying?
natural
Do I
habitat.
give it some water?
No, dead ass. I'm really gonna go look. Like I'm really gonna go look. It's not that far from my house. I'm going to
But
look.
you know what? At the end of the day, it's about, you know what I'm saying, finding somebody that I was showing my mans earlier when I was at the crib that this couple in Atlanta that like they got their own towing company. They move freight, they move cars, they looking at getting a rollback, and that's what I told him. If I could find a woman to build with so we can move a business aspect is her getting her business off the ground, that's a power move.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I got my business going, you got your business going. And no matter whose business fail, at the end of the day, there's still money going to the house. And on top of that, she can always say, I use Tony example, because she's right here to my left. Say, babe, my business failing. You know what I'm saying? I know your business off the ground. Still be behind me at the same time because it's going to come up.
Oh yeah,
And
we can
that's-
take money
that's-
from this business and invest it into
No.
yours.
No,
And make
what
it
we-
move.
Yeah.
No, what we
Of
gonna do
course.
is we gonna catch some of them young girls walking out of Carter that finna go to Dallas Cabaret, and we gonna have them at the
Body
Flyer
show
J.
yourself.
And see, that's why I would never business with you because you try to have me
using,
in jail.
Human trafficking as a means
It
to
was a
propel
false
my
alarm,
business.
but this is the real 4 minutes, nigga. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Four
So we gonna
minutes.
go ahead and we gonna go ahead and wrap it up with the closing thoughts, and we gonna start with the lady because she told me she was gonna come in here and talk mad shit, and she been quiet as a church mice.
Quiet as hell.
Whoa.
Can I get a shot, bro?
I'm okay. So on the whole double standards thing, I think that's just really just something that's embedded in most of these people. It's just something that you're bringing forward with you. Some people leave them alone. Some people don't. Tossing salads. You should be doing those things. It's all part of nature with someone you trust. And that's yours.
Absolutely.
Fresh-
Fresh,
the other one?
fresh out the shower only.
Fresh out the shower only. Yes.
Don't
absolutely.
let them go to work
Rubber
and do a
down
whole
first.
shift and
Rubber
then
down
come
hard.
back.
Rubber down first.
You know.
Oh, talking about me. Anyways,
Get in there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you don't have money to date, don't sit at home and get yourself together. Build yourself up before you try to build with someone else.
No.
Yeah.
You get out
Actually-
here, you pimp on these hoes, and you
Or
find someone
become
with
a
low
mama.
self-esteem.
And that's not just financially either. Like you need to build yourself up mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Like make sure that you come in as a whole person instead of a half a person and looking for someone to complete you or make you happy. You are the author of your own destiny and you have to make yourself happy. The other person should only add to it.
Absolutely.
And actually, you know what I'm saying, put God first. If you're going through something, you know what I'm saying, whether you're on your way to work or you're on your way to look for that job, you go to that job interview, you know what I'm saying, pray before you go on that job interview. Pray before you get to work. If you don't get to work, just pray about it. Put it in God's hands. God gives his strongest soldiers the hardest battles at the end of the day. Because if you don't pray about it, God's not going to bless you at the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying?
Big ups to God.
You know what I'm saying? Let's wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and toast this out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys watching another episode of Free Liquor.
Free liquor.
Free
And
liquor.
shout out to Pakistan and the Middle East because y'all motherfuckers are watching episodes like a motherfucker. We
Yeah,
got,
thank
like-
you for the love.
Yes, sir.
And just always remember, your thoughts may not be my thoughts, but your thoughts can be my thoughts.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
The Free Liquor.
Free liquor.
Free liquor.